Hello everyone.
I will
I'll shut up now. This is the final part of Radiant Dawn.
Hear me, Goddess Ashera. Yune's imprisonment within the medallion has begun to change you. Order and chaos. You are one being, comprising both parts. The one must naturally affect the other.
Even so, I will not return Yune to this body. She is unstable, and I must be perfect in order to protect this world.
Huh?
It is as I have said. Yune must be destroyed.
Ashera, you mustn't. You cannot survive without your opposite. Please, you must not.
This is something I've been thinking about too, because they did say they are two sides of the same coin, so when one awakes, the other awakes.
I will place my faith in your kind one last time. For the next 1,000 years, I shall sleep as well. When I wake again, I hope it is to a world of peace and order, where all prosper as equals.
All right.
If I do, then I will know that you have advised me well. I will reward your counsel.
Okay
I will
then.
also allow Yune to return to me.
I will once again be the goddess of creation.
Whole and complete. Ashunara, the dawn goddess, the name your ancestors gave me.
Ashunara. Okay.
I should like to hear it again. However, during this 1,000 years, if the chaos of war should arise and awaken Yune from her slumber in the medallion, I will know that you have
Then you have strayed from your path and
and I will punish your failure as I will reward
alright.
success.
Alright. I
And then
sort of get it now, I guess.
judgment.
But
You will
she's still cheating.
sins, each of you.
She's still cheating because it wasn't due to that Yuna was awakened.
Of our people, we vow to keep this covenant. There will be no great war between Lagos and Bjork for 1,000 years. So
Well,
pledge Altina of
actually,
the
there
Dog, Tegencia of the
there
Dragon
was a
Tribes,
big war, so I guess in that
Sorin of the
sense.
Beast Tribes, and I, Leran of the Bird Tribes.
Oh,
If you believe during this 1,000 years that you have created a world.
wait.
that has outgrown the
Leran of the
atrocities,
Bird Tribes.
Or if you feel the world has fallen beyond hope
Be-
of redemption,
Leran of the Bird
you
Tribes.
may sing
What?
the altar of release and awaken us both.
This guy is.
Your heirs will possess that ability as well. Sing to awaken us and tell us your tale. Tell us
Sing
the
to awaken us. He's a heron then.
in our absence. We will listen, and we will
I mean, it
judge
makes
fairly
sense.
and impartially.
I guess.
This is our covenant with you.
But then I don't understand. Well, first of all, he doesn't have wings. And wait a second. He does. I know this is a Shera main thing and everything, but what we just heard, Leran of the Bird Tribes. Leran of the Bird Tribes, but Leran doesn't seem like a bird or a goose. So what happens there? It has to be like the Almeda thing, right? Like it's not necessarily due to her being a woman. As long as you produce a branded, the Lagoose loses their power, so I guess Leran had a kid. That's the only thing I can think of. Had a kid with a Bjork, and I wasn't that far from it, you know, from him being the first branded. More than him being the first branded, he was the first Lagoose to produce a branded. He lost his birthright, as the Ginsia put it. And he probably lost, you know, his Heron powers and everything. But he had to be a Heron because otherwise it wouldn't make sense, the singing thing. And also, it fits with, you know, him passing down the songs that go together with the medallion. You know, the Leron's medallion being a Heron's medallion actually makes a lot of sense. Well, whatever. Let's go for it. It's her. Shara. Shara, it's me, Yune. Can you hear me? Please listen to me. You don't need to pass any more judgment. You can return the people to normal. I cannot. There are still people in my world who are made of fallible flesh. This imperfect world has passed beyond control. Now I shall pass my final judgment. Wait, you can't violate the terms of the Covenant, Ashera. 1,000 years still hasn't passed. We were woken by the Galder, not by mankind's war. It doesn't matter. During my long sleep, Bjork and Lagoose continued to fight. The children of flesh will never learn nor grow. Time will pass, as always, but nothing can change the destiny of mankind. You have to look deeper. The first judgment didn't turn everyone to stone, and I'll tell you why. Because these people are not people as we know them, Ashera. They are... Ashera, these people have become something new. People, the Sunanma, are the only living creatures of this world that we didn't create. Animals evolved to become Sunanma, who then became Lagoose and Bjork. That evolution continued today. Ashera, I'll tell you a secret you didn't know. Children can be born of both a Bjork and Lagoose parent. They are still very few in number, but if allowed to flourish, mankind might become anything. If the two races continue to evolve, I'm sure something wonderful will emerge. You can't just bring that to a halt. Do not claim certainty of anything. The children of this world are born of chaos, and nothing could be more uncertain. The world does not require the evolution of man. Our responsibility is to protect order, the balance of all life forms. Beings that evolve without my guidance will only destabilize and threaten this world. Because of that, you have to wipe out everything made of flesh? Is that what you are trying to say? Very well then. You and I have nothing more to talk about. My only choice is to defeat you. Yune, do not be absurd. You cannot overthrow me. Yes, as I cannot overthrow you. Of course not, but they can. Everyone, the time has come. Defeat Ashera, or everyone you love will be a statue forever. These people, they carry your blessing, Yune. You mean to fight me? Ashera, our goddess. This is the world, and we are the people you created. You make it sound as if we are some sort of filthy creatures that just decided to settle down here and cause trouble. Like, don't say it like that. We are not perfect. Sometimes our brains tell us one thing, but our emotions tell us another. And war, the more we try to avoid it, the worse it is when it comes to us. People are probably the dumbest creatures alive. But somehow you're also the most endearing. It's your imperfections that make you so interesting. Perfection's very similar to ours. We know that we've messed up. We'll do our best to avoid more war and to make peace our highest priority. Shera, just give us one more chance. All we ask for is one more chance. You expect me to reverse my judgment? The goddess of order cannot be so mercurial. My decision is final. First I make her mercurial. So that's how it's going to be, huh? Then we will fight. And we will save our people. Make your peace with whatever the gods worship. Your end is near. My end is near. In every battle that mattered in my life, I've always been the one left standing, no matter how slim my chances. This battle means more than any of the others, because it's for the life of every person that I've ever cared about. I will win this fight. Okay. Yes, there is. Whoa. Ashera Order Incarnate. Yeah, she might 50, but she doesn't have incredible stats. Okay, it's yes, you know, the weapon is supposed to compensate the low magic. 35 defense, 50 resistance. Okay, nice way to make Micaiah absolutely useless on the last map. Wow, mages are horrible in this game. They are absolutely horrible. They get no opportunity to do anything. I'm guessing you have Mantle. You only have Mantle actually, which means you have Kneel. So a mage can't activate Flare on you, meaning they have to rely on raw damage, and you have 50 resistance. So mages generally can't do shit to you. Oh, this map is fucking cool. I love the 3D, you know, of seeing everything down there, but everything is basically wood. Well, no, there's some warwood. Everything is warwood in here, almost. No, not everything, but there's a lot of warwood cover and everything. Ashera is standing on a hillstone with 15 avoid. That's also going to be scary considering you have 40 speed and luck. And you're... yeah, okay. Rebirth 5. Let's go. Everyone listen carefully. In order to reach Ashera, we must first destroy the aura protecting her. Got it? Attack the aura. Okay. I'm guessing... Ooh, Screamer didn't transform immediately. Okay, that's a scary thought. So how difficult is it to attack the aura? Like, for example, Kurt Naga. Okay. They don't take a lot of damage. And then here I'm attacking the aura, meaning I don't... Aurora. Sorry, what? Aurora. Causes half of the damage received to be reflected back upon. Wow. Wow, this is going to be a bitch and a half. At least you don't have a lot of resistance, meaning I can go for... Fortify is very valuable in here, I'm saying. Ooh, this theme is crazy, actually. Alright, with the stun, we take care of one of the fire spirits. I think I want to try and... That's a great level. I want to try and push the barn. I just need one square to push. Okay, so anyone big enough to push the barn? That could be Nasir. Nope, not at all. Maybe a screamer then. I won't be able to dance on the first one, but that's okay. Alright. I mean, I'm guessing using the royals to take care of the auras is probably a good idea, but yeah, and I'm killing the spirits just in case she has like you know, that thing. The LCS are generally very mobile and very annoying to fight. Okay. I could get countered here. Nice, nice. Nice job. Okay. So we focus on this one then. Let's use the last Lagos stone here. Yeah, this is going to take a while. Okay, that one is in a cover. Should I kill all the auras then? Or what? Like, I could try attacking Ashera once. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. We are weakening. Let's just hope... Restoring HP equal to the unit's luck each turn. Oh no. Okay, so everything I did just now was sort of useless. Okay, just testing, just testing. Wow, great, great. This is going to take forever. That an area of effect attack or something? What? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, this isn't okay. This is... So it was a physical attack. Yes, an area of effect physical attack. Okay, well... And a pretty powerful one, it seems, because she doesn't have a lot of strength, so... Great. Ena's positioning is incredibly relevant due to Blood Tithe. And Nasir even could actually help a little bit with the speed. Right? So we can position both of you to help Pike on the next turn. Right? And it can also be Kurtnaga, like it can be absolutely everyone. Okay. See, Hark. Picard would love to fight you a little bit. Mikaya, I have to rely on, you know, being full health and soul support to save me. And then finally... Yil and Alicia should be helpful. Okay, show me... What's that? So 12 damage on Ike, 24 on Shinon, 25 on you. Holy shit. You think that's okay? Also seems unavoidable. Okay, no damage on T-Burn. At least there's something there. And I can't get doubled by it. And 2 spirits, obviously. I kind of expected that. Yeah, Ike is in the perfect spot to start attacking this at the center. He doesn't take the counter, I'm guessing, because he has Kneel. Meaning he would cancel... Yeah, he cancels Aurora. Okay, Neil is the most important skill to have in the endgame, and I'm pretty sure I only have it on Ike. Whoa, 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 what? Why do I have +5? Oh, it's all the tithes. It's all the tithes. Don't worry, this is because of the combination of all the tithes plus the bonus from Ragnar. Makes sense. And as I said, Neil is on you. And as far as I know, that's all, right? Yeah, I have a Pavais here, which is cool. Nasir has Neil. Wow, Nasir is crazy. Nasir is so good. I feel like anyone could take that, and if you kill, you probably don't take the counter, right? So I'm actually going to, yeah, quickly grab that with you. Neil, doesn't matter. So we take down 1 aura. I don't know if that means we should be attacking Ashera or what, but okay. Yeah, you need to. I mean, I'm guessing you have like 3 or 4 existences of Neil, meaning you can. That might be a bit too much. I think I'm just going to pass on getting a kill on one of the auras anymore. Well, we might be able to do it. That's a good level. We're going to the Hillstone and we are going to... Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, the damage taken back is going to be pretty heavy. It's going to be 29. Actually a bit less because of rounding. But yeah, 28 damage. Now, I deal very accurate, very powerful damage to you, so... And with Nyla... Nyla actually is unable to double. Nyla would appreciate Nasir here. Be able to double... What's your speed now? 35. I think I'm 1 point short. I'm going to fortify after this, obviously. Actually, can you do it instead? Fuck me. No. Kurthnaga might actually be even better. This is only 46 accuracy. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. If he does it, it's a good kill, and it's 46. Like, okay. So we take 2 auras on this turn. Not a bad deal, I'd say. But yeah, the requirements for endgame are actually pretty steep, which I don't mind. Like, I think having difficult requirements in the endgame is sort of cool. Okay, that was enough for everyone. And that was a level up for you too. Level 16, some more magic and luck. No one really like in your range. Going to a cover tile is perfectly fine, so I'll just heal you back to full. But I don't have that many fortifies, so if she keeps spamming area of effect attacks, I'm absolutely dead. Son of the Dragon King. You may be great among the flesh, but you are no match for me. Goddess Ashera, please listen to me. We know that we are clearly imperfect, but you are naturally created of poor order. Might that not be considered an imperfection? No, I am perfect, free of emotion. I have no doubts. Therefore, I commit no errors. What's going on here? It's a single attack that doubles. Wow. I am King Diginsia's heir. I cannot die. I have to return home. I must survive no matter the cost. She just casually one-rounded. Then, can we double here? I can probably double if you... yeah. Okay, let's go for this. Let's go for this. I kind of wanted Ike to do it, but it's fine. I think Ike might be better off going for the one in the right. That one, with Nasir's support, I should be doubling. Okay, so we come here, we take the kill, and then we fly away. I'm taking 17 in the counter, but yeah. I like the idea of, you know, the concept of this fight is incredible. It's just I wish I knew what the fuck Asher is doing to me on her face, because she seems to randomly delete someone if she wants. Supports would actually go insane too, and I'm not getting those. Because, well, basically because I'm bad at Fire Emblem. Because I didn't bring people with supports. Kynegis, how much speed did Kynegis have? I actually don't think he doubled the auras, so... yeah, they go up to 80, but... that's another range attack. Okay, that's going... oh, that's not physical. That's a magical area of attack. I mean, I still have 3 uses. And this definitely deserves a use. Okay, Screamer. Some more strength. Wow, you're so good. I don't double, right? Not at... ah, I'm 1 point short of one-shotting. You actually do quite a lot. That's good enough. That's good enough. Yeah, that definitely deserves to be done. Double bow. Okay. Taking some heavy damage, but that's okay. I actually think Soren can't do a lot, so... yeah. We're going into Warwood and we are mending. And I'm going to use the Ike support to guarantee I take this out. Okay. I don't take the counter, and... I mean, at least I should hit once. Right? I could miss the second, I don't. So there goes another one. Nice, nice. Okay, a bit of a speed. Not getting to 39 anytime sooner, but that's fine, I guess. And give the heart some damage. Really should heal after this. Like, I should hit once at least. Okay, that's enough for a Screamer to take the kill. It's actually optimal if I only hit once, because then I take less damage. Screamer? Oh no, that's 31. I thought it was 30. Okay. I think I could still save it. Cover or Hailstone? Cover is always better, seems to me. Alright. Which cats? That's okay, that's okay. Another aura goes down. There's only 2 of them up. I could try and accumulate damage on one of them. Yeah, on the 81, we should keep the pressure on. We should do that. Taking 24 in total, but I mean, Ivan has a lot of tankiness, so he should be okay. Lots of HP. Yeah, doing some damage here. Meaning I stay relevant. No way I can kill here, right? Yeah, no way. I can do 17. The counter is only 9. It's actually probably going to be 8 because I think it's rounded down. Yeah. I mean, we're okay at 47 health. That's good. That's good. Getting closer now. That was the 40 health. You would face me in battle. I need no further evidence of your kind's imperfections. This will hardly be a battle at all. Simply enough. Perish, flawed one. Don't perish me. Okay, that's only 14. Even if you double and you don't double. Okay. She's falling off. She's falling off. I feel like that was a physical attack. If I hit this 61, it's huge. It's huge. Nasir is so helpful. Like, Loki, an incredible unit. And yeah, now I'm providing the doubling on a lot of guys. Like, for example, Naila here can suddenly double. I do want to take care of you and... yeah. One is going to be Shinon because as much as he has the range and everything, a Dancer goes crazy in here too. Although they are a bit too fragile to... I don't know, I feel like they are maybe a bit too fragile to do anything relevant, but okay. Do you double? Wow. Okay, Yil is a monster unit. We're starting to realize that everything I heard about Yil wasn't only like Micaiah performance, it's just she is crazy. No, I'd rather you go there. And yeah, that's how it's going to go. Don't worry, should be all under control. Yeah, that's Nylas. That's Nylas. Absolutely Nylas. Only taking 7 on the first one because the second one doesn't do anything. 100 accuracy. Overkill hit. No joke in this final battle. Because having some accuracy is actually important. Ashera stands on a 35... oh, strength and speed. Wish you got that earlier. That's 40 speed, which is actually what I needed to double these things without Nasir support. Okay. Still can't target, but now I can go for... yeah, for this, which is Nasir support, Soren... I mean, Nasir thing, Soren support. And it's 34 damage with some accuracy, some form of accuracy. Okay. Then, I'm providing the strength buff on you, and I think that's the best I can do for now. I could take the counter, but I actually take the last Sora. Okay, with Yofi Hark. A bit of strength. Yes, because... yeah, he knows. And resistance, which is the one important thing when facing you, I feel. The aura is gone. Excellent. Now we can finish this. I feel like she might become aggressive now, and I don't love the idea. Oh no, you're not cover. Okay. I'm using T-Barn. I mean, I don't think going for a share right now is the best idea, so I should probably just heal a little bit and rush her on the next turn. 120 HP is a hell of a lot. I mean, at least something I have to give Micaiah. If they had made her a mage without access to healing, she would have been a lot worse. But because of the healing, you can actually get some good stuff out of her. What's that? Silence. Wait, no, come on. I say that and then I get my... Come on. Boon completely wasted here. Okay. That I don't like. I mean, she has to use up her turn to do that. I haven't seen her. She has counters, so... I actually think this is more than okay. Let's give you some extra damage and let's just begin. Let's just begin. Okay, Nyla, my beloved. She doesn't have Aurora. Okay. I wasn't completely sure. 25. I would survive another Yacht. And I think I can survive whatever you throw at me. I'm guessing you might go for an area of effect now, but whatever. Okay, absolutely free attack with Blood Tithe. So 28 damage on the goddess if I hit my 51. Okay, okay. I mean, we could go for the head now. Oh, we can absolutely go for the head now, and I still have Tibarn and Screamer. Forget about preparations. We're going in. Blood Tithe. Yeah, absolutely, I'm taking the kill. I should try Ike first, right? I kind of don't want to give the kill to Ike if I can avoid it. But giving it to Tibarn is also a bit boring. Ooh, a Screamer. Yeah, I love that actually. Oof. Whoa, the counter is brutal. How about the Wishblade? That's perfect. Let's finish it with this. Don't miss your 78 now. There goes. Okay, okay, well, I have to say, this has to be one of the best final battles I've seen in my life. It's over. It's all over. We did it. Our fighting is finally done. Now the people should all turn back to normal. Yes. Let's get out of here. I'm sure the others are getting tired of waiting outside. Wait. Oh, don't have a face suit, please. Huh? What's going on? This is insane. We defeated her. You defeated nothing. This is nothing at all out of the ordinary. Mortals cannot defeat the divine. It is not possible. But we won. You know, like, we have to fight one more time. The people out there need our help. You can train as many times as you like. The result will always be the same. There's no way for you to win. I can't believe that. You're like, you can do it. Forge a new destiny for us. Ike, please, you've got to. I don't need encouragement. I fight to the end no matter what. Sure, you can't stop me. It doesn't matter if you're a goddess. It doesn't matter if I have no way to win. Fighting defines me, and I will not lose. When will you tiresome gnats surrender? That, Do I maybe need to take the kill with Ike? You know, like in a... Use your movement, not enough to get there. Use your movement. I actually need to take care of some of these guys, so... forgive me for quickly just getting away and doing this. I just can't leave all of them alive. Do I maybe have to take the final blow with Ike? Like, you know, Gaiden style? Ashera said there was no way to... I'm tempted to look it up, but at the same time this battle feels a bit like a puzzle. And I like my puzzles to stay blind, so... Oh, I could have killed one with the Hark. Then this one with... Well, that's a shame. No point in attacking if you're going to get Mantle. Who has to move? Soren? South. I like the cover. I like the Micaiah support. I'll stay here. What do you do now? Okay, you go for Screamer. And that's magical damage, right? 19. Do you double? You don't double. It's good enough. That's the range attack. Whoa. Whoa. Ooh. Please be okay. That's physical damage. So I should be scared for Micaiah, maybe. No, we are okay. We're okay. If Micaiah takes that, then that's fine. By the way, you have to be into the circle. Oh no, everyone takes that. Sorry, my mistake. Seems like the reinforcements toned down a little bit. I actually recover my thing. And because of restore, I'm also going to get to... Yeah. Okay. That works. That works. I can now fortify. Okay, Elincia utility, I have to say, insane also. Fortify is almost essential, and having a unit that starts with S stuff... I'm not saying this because she's one of my favorite characters. Like, I genuinely think she's very good at, you know... She can do a lot in this final battle with almost no investment. Like, you can also invest in her like I did for combat, but mostly the healing is crazy. Fuck you. I'm going for this. I can heal again after this, so doesn't matter. You also can kneel and everything. I mean, you have a 100 accuracy, which is pretty scary, but... Yeah, the damage is great. And I can have the Barn Blood Tithe. But I guess I don't want to do the healing blow, right? I want to try with Ike. So that's 58. Meaning that doesn't kill. And then I try with Ike. I actually leave you at only 10 HP. Okay. Like, there's no way after all the auras she just has multiple health bars. Because. There has to be a trick to it, and I guess it's Ike. Nasir is the play here. Where can you go? All the way there. Okay. Nasir, you stand there. Actually, here is good enough. And I'm going to quickly give a heal. I have enough people to kill everyone around. Should I still be able to take heals and everything? Let's see if this is enough. Soren support, able to double. We go for it. Okay. That's the end. That's absolutely the end. This is the... exactly like Gaiden. Like the Gaiden final scene where you get like a cutscene the moment you're delivering the final blow. Wow, that's fucking cool. That's so fucking cool. And yeah. Ooh. So satisfying. I literally killed a goddess. Like, he's that fucking guy. He's absolutely insane. And that's that could be Yuna,
Are you leaving?
or maybe Ashunera.
I am, but I believe it's for the best. This world does not need gods. We have always failed you. We've made you weak. That's why we must.
Wow, this game. I don't want to insist on it, but this final lesson is absolutely Gaiden. Like the world doesn't need gods anymore. Actually, even the sister gods in Gaiden, there's like a brother and sister god that also works in a similar way.
Inspiration. You give us a reason to grow, to become more than we are.
Nike is speaking in favor of the gods here? I didn't expect that.
We're nothing more than statues.
Can you forgive me for the pain I've caused?
I don't know. But you have already forgiven us. How could we not? We are all
She's a bit like a little kid, which I guess it makes sense.
understand one another,
You know, how she behaves.
even when we disagree.
You're right. I will try one more time.
Okay then. One more time. Meaning she doesn't seem to be gone. Like, I mean, she's going to keep trying. Ashera is gone. Yune is gone. No, Yune has turned into a bird. So she's still alive. It's maybe like they are going to fuse together, because what I'm guessing is Ashera and Yune used to be the same person, and then they divided, right? Like that's what I'm getting. They have sort of Reshiram Thekrom thing going on there. And she's reviving the statues, okay. That's like, I guess, her main point about trying. Why am I getting a 5 seconds long animation of a Lagus stretching? And everyone just smiles? I mean, they... Probably they can feel to a certain extent the balance of the world. Partly, I think they also remember the thing about being turned into statues, so... I mean, if there's anything that's going to make you stop a war, it's being turned into a fucking statue. And people... cool CG. In there. Amy is finally going to get a breathing parent too. Oh, so sorry about that. And so sorry about because this is clearly the end of the series. So sorry about the amount of deaths we had in this series. Like, I've had Iron Mans with less deaths than this. This was absolutely criminal. There's no way to justify it. I should have played better in a lot of instances, and I did shield myself behind the excuse that, it's my first time playing, I'm completely blind, and gameplay-wise I really felt it, but okay, I kind of want to save on the first one, right? Epilogue. Yeah, I like to keep my first epilogue ever on the first one, then on the second one. Like, I like to keep my clear save data in order. Well, I guess this is over. We'd better be on our way. Are you going back to Dine? Yes, everyone's waiting for us. We'll have to start rebuilding all over again. Hopefully this will be the last battle. No, don't say hopefully. Make it the last time. If anyone can do it, you too can. I don't doubt it, but thanks for the vote of confidence. Thank you, Ike. I won't ever forget you. Priestess of Dawn, Micaiah. Crowned 15th Queen of Dine at her subjects' entreaty. Micaiah ushered in a new era of prosperity and peace. I absolutely wasn't expecting that, but it makes sense, doesn't it? With Peleas gone, who else? Soth becoming Queen Micaiah's husband and her pillar of strength. Soth worked tirelessly to assist the poor. Alright, that's probably due to Killed in Part 3, Chapter 6. Our reason to fight. Good riddance, Edward. I was going to say, the Soth ending is probably due to a support. I know there are some paired endings because they're wearing Path of Radiance. Leonardo toiled at rebuilding the army. With his proven skills and good looks, he was beset by women across Telios. And good looks. Okay. Nolan, pretty cool unit. Pretty cool unit. Am I going to get everyone in order? Because if that's the case, I'm going to get a lot. Well, guess I'll just read over them, focus on any interesting one. Sorry, Laura, Killed in Part 1, Chapter 6, Raise the Standard. This game, I don't... Sorry, Leanna. This game, I don't know how to feel about it. At times... Sorry, Aran. I hated it. At times I hated it, and there was nothing I wanted more than just to finish the chapter I was playing and get it fucking over it. And while playing the endgame, I kind of feel like I got the feeling like the biggest problem I had all along was maybe the animations. Like, the animations were making the maps very, very, very slow. And it's not like there are bad animation on eventually settled in Gallia. Like, there's bad animations on the map. Like, map animations are pretty cool already. They are pretty detailed. So I think whenever I replay this game, I'm definitely going to use only map animations. Or at least something like only player face animation. Something like that. Har, a weird loss. But we were able to manage. I lost a lot of very strong people like Titania, Har, Kynegis at the end, went into the end game with no dancer, and I was still able to do it, so... Okay. Fiona, Lady of Marado, Mistress of the Evil Eye, Nyla, returning to Hatari. Recent events graven in her heart. She hoped to migrate her people across the desert. Okay, so they are actually coming to Telios, I'm guessing. Strangely, Boluk was still in wolf form on the day he went home. That's why, he said only. It's more comfortable. What a weird guy. But yeah, I have to say, leaving gameplay aside, I'm going to focus on like some of the absolute positives of this game. The story was incredible. How much, like, I think... Oh, Koenig is, well, he's sort of there. Ah, Ike, your work out there was superb. Hey, you aren't quite over the hill yet yourself. You know, I always wanted to go one-on-one with you, just once. I would have expected you'd had your fill of fighting. I've had enough kill or be killed to last me a lifetime. Something simpler, some way of testing our respective strengths. You mean controlled matches, with all the little rules they have. In a peaceful world, we need such things, especially with a goose. Without a fight now and then, we go a bit strange in the head. That's the honest truth. I'd rather try to order a river to change course than to stop a bunch of rampaging lagoons. Okay. Severely wounded in part 4 endgame, River 3. Sorry for that, Kaineges. Kaineges was a pretty good unit. Yeah, like, so many characters, all of them, you know, relevant to the story. Like, there are only a few characters I could call, like, filler. Because most of them were very well integrated into the story. If I think of filler people, like people that I didn't really care about and that just came into my army, Vika is like the only new character that I didn't feel anything about, because she doesn't have a lot of dialogue. Screamer, the new Lion King, patrol Garia's borders, and his large heart won the love of his people. Good to know. Good to know. And oh yeah, Lyre also wasn't the most relevant one. Lyre and Kisa, those were not very good new characters, so I guess Lagoose, sort of. But a lot of the newly playable characters like Sigrun, like Nolan was honestly great during part 1 as a character. I feel like he's pretty nice. I love all the Herons. I love all the Lagos Royals, to be honest. Sanaki is great. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot to be said about the characters in this game. I think the characters are absolutely superb, and I think they carry the story at times, because you're just interested in what the protagonists are doing. Poor Sanaki. He's going to also say gravely wounded. Oh. This is some confirmation I was thinking about. I did sort of theorize this. Wait, sister. You're my older sister, aren't you? What do you mean? Makes sense. All the pieces fit. The Galder of Release, the goddess Yuna's voice. It's true. Inside the tower I heard the voices of many hearts. And I knew. I am descended from Laran, and Oh! Wow, Laran didn't just... Laran didn't lose the Lagoose capabilities for anyone then. If he had descendants, and he was... Yeah, he was a Lagoose, he had descendants, and then just like Almeda, he lost his powers. Okay. Okay. And Misaha... Well, I was thinking... Okay, I mean... Losing your powers to be able to marry Altina, from what I've seen about Altina, sounds like a decent enough deal. I'm descendant from Laran and Altina. Misaha, the former apostle, was my grandmother. Yes, I thought so. In that case, my sister, please consider staying in Venion. With your power and charisma, you could do so much good here. No, I'm afraid I can't. Why not? Then it's my home. and Dain needs me to help it heal and rebuild. Not Benion. But Benion has you, Empress. You will be a just ruler. Make your country proud to have you. Will I never see you again? Hardly. I think that what our countries need now is a semblance of family and friendship. I ask that you sign a treaty of alliance with Dain and announce that we are equals. I will. Of course, once things settle down in both of our countries. That will be the first thing I do. Sister. Thank you, Empress Sanaki. My dear little sister. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Severely wounded, though. Severely wounded in part 4 and Gimli Rebirth 3. Let's act like we didn't see that. Sigrun, absolutely great, by the way. Sigrun as a character, I was enamored. And as a unit, I have to say, she is very interesting, because the force deployment, because she has to be force deployed, you kind of get a lot of opportunities to train her, and getting to promotion is actually like incredibly good for her. It turned her into a much better unit. I don't know, Sigrun at the beginning felt like a bit worse than Tanith, but I actually think she might be better. Tormoth, Muarin, and Vika, what a shame. They're incredible in part 1, but when they return, they're just useless. And yeah, well, aside from the characters, the story itself, I think deserves to be called one of the best stories I've seen in Fire Emblem. I do think the Path of Radiance one is superior. I do prefer some stories like FE6. Honestly, like, I have to say I really liked Mystery of the Emblem. This one would be up there with Mystery of the Emblem. Some Three Houses routes I would also probably consider better, like at least Blue Lions. I don't know about any other because they basically suffer from the same stuff, you know. Three Houses suffers a lot from off-screening stuff, and this game suffers a lot from, you know, Deus Ex Machina, you know, plot devices to advance the story. Will you be heading back to Gallia first? We'll stop by Gallia, then wing straight to Serenus. Serenus? Why there? The Empress Sanaki has kept her promise. Serenus will be formally ceded back to us. She said we may return immediately. Ah, I see. That's good to hear. Sometimes birds change their feathers. The hawks, the herons, even the ravens. We're thinking we'll all settle down together. All this time, we've sorted ourselves by our ways of thinking, and seeing and living. If we can respect each other's opinions and we learn to compromise, we can learn to live together without a strife. I mean, that's pretty convenient for Tibarn because there's almost no hawks, like there was a fucking genocide there. So I'm sure he appreciates the company. I don't think I ever noticed how Tibarn's triceps is... No, that's not his triceps, that's... I don't know what muscle that is, but his arm is bigger than his head. I don't think it will be that easy, but it still ought to be simpler than getting Bjork and Legus to treat each other decently. You set a good example, Raisin. All the major issues look like they will be handled soon. The only thing we can't agree on is hunting and eating meat. The forest creatures are off limits. Needless displays of violence as well. You know we will not budge on that. Tell me, have you ever heard of a vegetarian hawk? Or a raptor that doesn't scream victoriously at the skies after a kill? Meat, huh? That's a thorny problem. I mean, if the problems are down to meat, Oliver followed his calling, sponsoring many artists, especially those who depicted him. Why do we let this guy be free? Why is Oliver free? Well, whatever. I think that Oliver is such a gag character that you have to sort of act as he didn't exist. Tibarn was chosen as the first king of the unified bird clans. Alright. And Essala, saved from the Blood Pact, left his people and their nation and became a diplomat, finding atonement in war. Harrison worked hard as a leader in the new legislation. His iron resolve under a pretty face was suited for politics. That's cool, that's cool. I'm guessing Tibarn wasn't the best at politics, so... Okay, so Tibarn became like the king of the unified bird lagoons. It did always feel a bit weird to me that all the beach lagoons were ruled by Kainages. Like they had not a tiger king, a cat king, and a lion king. It was just, you know, Kainages ruling everyone. So here they basically decided to apply the same things. And now Gallia is, you know, I don't actually know how the new country is called, but the new country is, yeah, severely wounded. Sorry, Leanne. Sorry, Leanne. Yeah, the story in this game is good. It has some mistakes. The blood contract is the biggest of them. Like it's clearly a bad idea to include the blood contract in the story, but once you accept the existence of the blood contract, I guess it's not absolutely horrible how they use it. Except I think it should have disappeared maybe a little bit earlier. Like I think it overstayed its welcome into part 4. Kurnaga, severely wounded. Sorry again. And the final one too. The Wish Spinner, Enna. Enna returned home and gave birth to her lost fiance's child. Goldua rejoiced at the first dragon birth in centuries. What? How? How? Well, what am I saying? I don't know shit about dragon biology. I'm probably like they might have like you know, instead of 9 months they might have like 90 years of pregnancy. Elincia, my beloved. Elincia absolutely great in this game. Well, your majesty, shall we be off? Yes, let us. To Crimea, to our homeland. That was brief. Yeah, Elincia, they were able to depict her as an absolutely incredible ruler. I think as a both, you know, political and combat, you know, character, her reign was remembered as a golden age. As they should. And all of Crimea rejoiced at Renion's return. He chose to forego the limelight, helping the queen to keep the peace. Obviously, I wasn't expecting him to become the new king, even though he was supposed to be the one succeeding the throne. Yeah. So I have to say that story-wise, I think this is one of the best Fire Emblems. Definitely gives a run for its money to games like FE7 or Awakening, Fates. As I said, Three Houses, most of the routes are clearly worse than this because the lore in this game is as deep as the one in Three Houses, but actually matters. Better story than Engage for sure too. And that's all that I can think about. I do think this game also has a better story than Echoes. It's just Echoes has a very good way of displaying the story. It's not about the story, it's about the script. The script in Echoes is incredible. The story itself is pretty simple and at times it's dumber than Radiant Dawn, so I'm not going to say it's better. And all of this can get a bit heavy because of all the lore, all the characters and all that is happening at the same time, but I definitely enjoyed the story part of it. It's the gameplay part of it that I'm having some complaints about, and I'm very surprised about it because when I played Path of Radiance, I obviously checked a little bit about, you know, how... Sorry, Astrid. I checked a little bit about how... Yes, how different from Path of Radiant Radiant Dawn was, right? Because I got interested in the sequel. I think that's, yes, logical. And I feel like everywhere I read, Radiant Dawn clearly has a worse story and a much better gameplay. And I was excited for that because Path of Radiance, in my opinion, has incredible story, one of the best in the series. So for this game to be inferior in the story was sort of expected for me, while being able to improve the gameplay in Path of Radiance, which I think was the lowest point because the game was very easy, very easy. Felt like, you know, this was going to be an amazing game. And in the end, while I do agree with the take that the story is a bit worse, yes, a bit worse. I don't think there's that much of a difference between Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. I think it is clearly a bit worse. I don't know if I agree with the gameplay, with the phrase the gameplay is better. The game is better designed. The difficulty is actually there. And on a higher mode, I can actually see myself having a lot of trouble. You know, sorry Khalil. Sorry Titania. Playing an Iron Man of this game seems like absolute hell, while playing an Iron Man of Path of Radiance just seems like a cakewalk. And you know, the different objectives and the map design in this game are also very interesting. You have the altitude thing with the ledges; those weren't in Path of Radiance, and they definitely like to spam them in different, you know, chapters. You have a different transformation system. The skill and assignment system is also very interesting, even though I only found out about it really too late. Bonus experience, I have to check how it works exactly, because I did realize it gives exactly 3 stats by the end, but took me a while. Took me a while to realize. Then the availability is a very interesting thing about Radiant Dawn. Probably the most unique thing it has among all the Fire Emblems I've played. If I had to talk about unique stuff in Radiant Dawn, you have to talk about the 4 different parts, and you have to talk about the availability. The availability makes it so that it's difficult to know how much a unit brings into the table, because you are always controlling different armies, and the unit that appears in one country might join you in a different country much later, and it's just weird. It's just weird. I think it makes the game more interesting. I think it makes the game very punishing on a first run, because you don't know who's going to be gone, and you could actually leave some valuable items on them. Like, for example, I left the Vantage Scroll on Nyla. I don't think my scrolls or my skill management was that impressive, so I know it might seem a bit childish to insist on it all the time, but imagine I had like I really wanted to use that Vantage Scroll on someone, and then I keep it on Nyla, and suddenly it's gone forever during the entirety of part 2 and 3, which is like more than half of the game, I think, between, maybe not more than half, but around half of the game. And Soren, when peace had settled into the land, Soren packed lightly and set off with the only person he had ever trusted. Ayek, once he saw stability return, left on a journey, destiny unknown. Yes. Okay. And now for the staff credit. So, with all of this, what am I trying to say? Yeah, there are some positive things about this. The map design is better. The difficulty, I I like the difficulty being higher, and absolutely the the uniqueness of the game, like all these required characters and losing condition characters being so numerous and so varied, and controlling multiple armies, and the armies having the items you left on their inventory. Those are incredible things, and I feel like they risked a lot, and they got very creative. They weren't afraid of trying out new stuff. But the end result doesn't feel like a great game, and I'm just sorry to say it, because I would like to throw a lot of praise on a game that tries so hard to be different and to bring something new into the series, to be more unique, but the end result isn't that great. I'm talking gameplay wise. The game is slow. The difficulty at times, it's not that it's too punishing, it's just that it's a bit artificial, because why do I want to battle so many enemies? Out of all the part 4 maps, like the split maps, 5 of the 6 maps were rout the enemy with continuous reinforcements. At least the Suka one was, kill the boss, but even then, it had continuous reinforcements and you probably wanted to battle some of them. But that one I can't complain about, because with a well-positioned dance and everything, you might be able to cheese it a little bit, and kill him before he rewarps the first time. But really, why did I need to do like 5 route maps in a row with reinforcements coming from everywhere and absolutely destroying my entire army? And the performance gap between some units was also a bit infuriating at times. That I also have to say. I like that some units are clearly stronger, and I think they are supposed to be, because, for example, I think Ike being strong is not a problem for me. The Lord being strong is okay, and if you're going to have him be a mandatory unit, he did have his shortcomings at times. Speed wasn't overkill at all, and it only got better at the very end. At some point at the end of part 3, he wasn't able to double that many things, and he only worked very, very well at the end, like at the very end, because I gave him the speed wing. If I didn't give him the speed wing, he wouldn't be able to double even with Nasir White Tithe, White Flood, whatever. So, I mean, I feel like Ike is strong, decently strong, one of the best units in terms of combat, but not such a carry unit during the endgame that I feel is unfair to use him. And I feel like there's a lot of very strong units like Har, Yil. I'm guessing Titania is also pretty good if you get to use her. The Lagus Royals are obviously insane. The dancers in this game are cracked. Absolutely cracked. Being able to dance for multiple people is just... I mean, I don't have to tell you how broken that is. But then you have the weaklings. And the weaklings are really, really, really weak. And while I do enjoy a bit of performance gap and the fact that no matter how much you train a unit, they don't actually get to be as good as... Like, for example, I recently played FE6 and I trained Wendy. Okay? And I had a lot of comments to say about Wendy might get trained into being a strong general and getting some speed, not getting doubled, even doubling some enemies. But at the end, there are certain things that are going to limit Wendy. For example, weapon types make it so that she doesn't have swords. Swords are pretty decent in FE6, so you don't You don't have, for example, good combat against bosses, which have a lot of avoid because of thrones. Because you're an armor, unless I give you the boots, you're not going to have good movement. Because you're an armor, you also will get a bit of a low speed cap. So even if I were very lucky getting speed levels, eventually you wouldn't be able to double certain enemies just because your speed cap is lower than the required speed to double. And all those things, in FE6, I feel like they make units more interesting because you know their limitations and you know that even at maximum, fully exploited potential, they don't get to be as good as the clearly well-known, very powerful classes like Wyvern, like Paladin, like even Swordmaster in FE6. I'd put Swordmaster in that group. But in this game, the performance gap between some classes and between some characters is it's not funny. 1-2 range is broken. Absolutely broken. And another thing that is absolutely broken is tankiness. Being able to tank enemies is the most valuable skill you can have in Radiant Dawn because the enemies overwhelm you so frequently that being able to take a lot of them is just the most valuable thing you can have. So that's why Ike becomes so good, hard, and in a way Jill doesn't have that tankiness, but she more than compensates with, flight and 1-2 range and everything. In days long past, a young man strode the lands of Telius. He was simple yet true, his deeds brave and noble, ready to his races and heal the heart of a goddess long gone mad. Well, this seems like the variant. Ask any you meet, the young or old, Björk or Lagos, of a hero named Ike, and you'll receive a warm smile and a tale or two of faith, courage, and honesty. The end. But yeah, I have my complaints about the gameplay. I still think this is a good game. I have to sit a little bit on it. I might even release a bit of a review or something. I haven't done a review for any of the Fire Emblem games I've completed, but this one was so complex and so unexpected at times that I feel like I need to talk about it. Man, did I overshadow Micaiah and Elise and absolutely everyone at the end. Micaiah is important and everything, but Ike is just... He's him, bro. He's the fucking protagonist. Anyway, yeah. Great game. I really enjoyed it. Glad to have played it in the channel for all of you to see how I enjoyed it and sometimes how I suffered it. Sorry, I lied. Unit records. We're finally going to check who the best unit in this game was. The units that died appeared at the very start, so those aren't going to count. Yanov 28, Poluch 29, Geoffrey 32. Well, I guess part 2 he was very effective. Nice Sala, Tauronius, Krimir, Marcia, Soren, Mia, Micaiah, Jill, Boyd, Nefeni with 81. And then do I get like bronze, silver and gold? Bronze. No, fifth. Okay. Shinon the Marksman. Absolutely insane unit. Best archer I've used in years. Trueblade Thihar. Yeah. My boy. Absolutely great. 91 victories in 124 battles. The Wolfkin Nyla. Surprising. I guess I did use her a lot. 147 battles, 100 wins. Yeah, I did use her a lot in part 4. Tibarn, number 2. 130 battles with 105 wins. And finally, Ike, right? Yeah. Act the Vanguard, 239 battles, 128 wins. Well, your data will be saved here. Select this data and then continue to begin a game using your clear Radiant Dawn data. I will save here. Clear data. Oh, the title screen actually changed. Now it's showing the Thamthuthu or whatever. Yeah, well, that's obviously going to do it for this series. I'm sorry to keep you a little bit longer. As I said, hope you enjoyed. Oh, what is the next series going to be? It's going to be Sacred Stones. Yeah, so you know. Sacred Stones, game I haven't played ever in my life. Well, that's absolutely false because I'm playing it right now. Because I decided to pre-record it a little bit for reasons that will be disclosed soon. Might release a bit of a trailer for you to know what's coming. But yeah, if you like GBA, Sacred Stones is coming. And it's a game I hadn't played before this, like we're playing blind. So that could interest you. I also, after I finish the Pokemon White Nuzlocke, I might go, I think I'm probably going for Path of Radiance, and not even joking. I know I had some complaints about Radiant Dawn, but it's actually made me very excited to revisit Path of Radiance. And I was waiting a little bit for it, you know, because I wanted to finish Radiant Dawn before, obviously. So yeah, that's more or less what I can tell you about what's coming next in the channel. Once again, hope you enjoyed. And yeah, like, subscribe, leave a comment. See you in the next one. Bye.